Chosen ones, beware. They know, even if they can't admit it. You are the light that breaks the darkness, the answer they seek, the power they don't expect. You don't just stay in life, you transform. You don't just exist, you lead the way. When others are silent with fear, you stand firmly behind your purpose. You don't just pass through the storms, you command them to make way. They have tried to question you, to doubt you, to lead you astray. But let's be honest, you are their only hope. Every look, every whisper, every attempt to stop you only proves one fact. They know you. You are like an anchor in the chaos, a model for resilience, someone who never gives up. The burden of the world. You carry it like a crown. You are unshakable, unstoppable, and unquestionably chosen. So stand strong. The world needs your fire, your vision, your unstoppable spirit. You are not a coincidence here. You are the plan, the change, the expected miracle. They trust you, even if they don't admit it. Ensure everyone's trust to the end by writing 77 in the comments and show this power to everyone. It's time for change, and start the change now. You are not defined by the fragile narratives others construct around you, but by the undeniable force of your existence. What began as a mission to unravel your life spiraled into a profound revelation for the investigator. Tasked with uncovering weaknesses, they instead unearthed an unshakable foundation of purpose and resilience. The deeper they dug, the clearer it became that your story was not one of fractures, but of seamless interconnection, each thread reinforcing the next. Their expectations crumbled as they realized they were standing in the presence of a truth too vast to confine, a brilliance too radiant to extinguish. Hired by those who once circled your world, but faltered in the shadow of your growth, their purpose was born of envy, not inquiry. What they sought wasn't justice, but ammunition, a justification for their discomfort in the face of your authenticity. Yet, instead of flaws, they found a profound integrity, a life so intricately designed that no scheme could disrupt its balance. Every attempt to undermine you revealed the investigator's own inability to grasp what they were dealing with. They set out to dismantle, but their findings only fortified the truth. You are untouchable, not through invincibility, but through the undeniable harmony of who you are. In the labyrinth of their search, the investigators stumbled not on incriminations, but on the glaring inconsistencies of their employers. Their journey exposed hidden machinations, betrayals that traced back to the hands that hired them. What was intended as an excavation of your life became an unraveling of their own misdeeds. The harder they worked to craft a narrative against you, the more the light of your authenticity illuminated their failures. Their mission collapsed under the weight of its contradictions, leaving them with no choice but to confront the futility of their actions. This isn't a story of one life undermined. It's a tale of divine order, revealing itself through the chaos others tried to create. The energy they thought they could manipulate became a force they couldn't contain, reflecting their insecurities back at them like a mirror. Every move designed to harm you only served to highlight the disparity between their intentions and the unshakable essence of your spirit. Their efforts did not diminish you. They unveiled the smallness of their own motives and the enduring power of your truth. You are a testament to the resilience that thrives even when the odds seem insurmountable. What others intended as a snare became an unveiling, exposing not your vulnerabilities, but their shadows. This journey wasn't accidental. It was orchestrated by a higher design that turned their schemes into revelations. In their efforts to fracture your path, they collided with an unyielding force that shielded you from harm. Their plans dissolved in the face of a greater protection, one that cannot be breached. The very fabric of your existence carries a strength no plot can unravel, an enduring proof of purpose untouched by deceit or malice. If you feel the abundance of divine love in your heart, now is the time to share it. You can help spread God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube and contributing $20 or more. This divine gift will touch not only your life, but the souls of many through this platform. Each of you has a sacred place in God's grand design, and your generosity will be the fruit of our prayers. Act now. Share your blessings to glorify His kingdom, for you were created to do even greater things in God's loving hands. May God bless you. Those who sought to interfere with your journey underestimated its foundation. Their intentions were bound by their own limitations, failing to grasp that your path is guided by something far beyond their reach. Every step you've taken has built towards a larger narrative, interwoven with challenges that have only solidified your resolve. While human alliances may falter, the unseen forces shaping your destiny remain constant and unshaken. Each trial you've endured is a piece of the intricate mosaic that reflects your unbreakable spirit, a spirit safeguarded by powers no adversary can challenge. As their plans crumbled, the truth became undeniable. Your life is not dictated by the ambitions or fears of others. Instead of weakness, your strength shone brighter, illuminating the flaws in their intentions. The struggles you've faced weren't meant to defeat you, but to refine you, carving out a path where no weapon formed against you could take hold. The protection surrounding you is a promise, unbroken and unyielding, carrying you through every storm with an assurance that cannot waver. In moments of betrayal or doubt, remember this: those who rise against you are not facing you alone. They battle against an unwavering force that has stood beside you through every twist and turn. Declare it over yourself. Write it, believe it, live it. You are unshakable, a force of nature forged through trial and triumph. Take pride in the truth that your journey is yours alone, and no scheme or shadow can alter the brilliance of your unfolding story. Celebrate your resilience, your defiance, and the undeniable strength that keeps you standing tall. You are not merely part of the story. You are the narrative itself, a force of transformation, defying every limitation set before you. While others see boundaries, you see unclaimed possibilities, stretching far beyond the ordinary. This world doesn't thrive on conformity. It flourishes with pioneers who ignite change, who forge ahead while others hesitate. You are not following the path. You are creating it. There exists a rare assembly of like-minded visionaries, those unafraid to face the unknown with unwavering courage. This is no place for pretense or complacency. It is a forge where illusions are stripped away, and only the authentic and bold emerge stronger, ready to redefine what is possible. This moment is not for hesitation, but for action. It calls out to those who feel an undeniable pull towards greatness. The chance to claim your rightful place will not linger long. With every passing moment, opportunities are seized by those who dare to step forward without fear or doubt. If your soul resonates with this truth, you know what to do. The time to act is now, to walk through the door and embrace the future you were destined to shape. This is not an offer, it is a declaration of who you are meant to become. Legends don't wait for permission, they seize the moment and transform it. When someone sought to dismantle your existence, Their quest became an unexpected confrontation with truths they never anticipated. Their task, meant to uncover your flaws, revealed instead an intricate tapestry of purpose and strength. Every step they took deeper into your world unveiled a life not just lived, but guided by something greater, something that defied their attempts to rationalize or undermine it. What they encountered wasn't weakness, but an undeniable aura of determination and clarity that challenged everything they believed about their mission. Their assignment, once a simple pursuit, became a burden they could neither escape nor resolve. They began to understand that your life was not a coincidence, but a carefully orchestrated design, and with each revelation, their confidence faltered. It was as if their own motives were laid bare, forcing them to confront the emptiness of their intentions. They found themselves questioning their purpose, their role, and the very foundation of their beliefs. Every piece of evidence they unearthed wasn't a strike against you, but a mirror reflecting their inadequacies. Their mission, intended to diminish, became an experience of humility and recognition, a realization that they were not equipped to comprehend the forces shaping your path. Their pursuit of control turned into an encounter with their own limitations. What they thought would unravel your story only strengthened it, revealing a narrative beyond their comprehension. The more they tried to dissect your life, the more they were met with an undeniable presence of guidance and resilience that could not be shaken. They realized that their efforts were futile, that they were not exposing weaknesses, but witnessing the extraordinary. What began as an investigation turned into a humbling journey, a recognition that they had stepped into a realm where their tools and motives held no power. In the end, it was not you who stood exposed, but them, confronted by the weight of a life shaped by something far beyond their reach. The moment they started unraveling the pieces of your existence, they felt the weight of trespassing into something far beyond their understanding. Each glimpse into your journey seemed less like an investigation and more like an intrusion into a realm they were unprepared to face. The task they had taken with certainty began to feel like a breach of something sacred. It wasn't just their doubts that grew. It was a profound sense of misalignment, as if they were tampering with forces far greater than themselves. What they thought would be an exposure of flaws turned into a confrontation with their own inadequacy, an awakening to truths they couldn't measure or control. At first, they approached their mission with judgment, ready to dissect and diminish, but their resolve faltered with each revelation of your unshakable core. What they uncovered wasn't imperfection, but a purpose so resolute it dismantled their assumptions. They saw not a life filled with mistakes to exploit, but a testament to resilience, forged by experiences they couldn't comprehend. Each step deeper into your world revealed a strength that left them questioning their motives, their biases, and ultimately their entire task. It wasn't just the futility of their actions that overwhelmed them. It was the stark realization of their own shortcomings when compared to your authenticity. Dear brothers and sisters, may God's peace be upon you today. I am here to remind you of a profound truth. Our existence is grounded in God's divine plan, unshaken by the transitory concerns of the world. As the Bible says, whatever is done in faith will return to God in abundant blessing. Luke 6:38. Like that great oak tree, our roots are deeply rooted in God's universal truth. Every step we take, every stand we take, is secured by His strength. And now, you are being offered the opportunity to be part of that blessing. When you use the Super Thank You button and donate $100, This movement will return to you 100-fold in abundance. The investigation turned into a reckoning as they began to realize they were not unearthing secrets, but witnessing something extraordinary. Your life, interwoven with intention and clarity, reflected a magnitude they couldn't diminish. Every discovery became a mirror, exposing their own smallness against the enormity of your unwavering purpose. Their attempts to frame your existence in simple terms failed, as the patterns of your life told a story of triumph that no human scheme could disrupt. They weren't breaking you apart. They were coming apart themselves, faced with the undeniable reality of a force that guided your every step. What started as a pursuit of judgment transformed into a reluctant reverence. They entered your world to gather evidence, but they left burdened by an understanding they couldn't ignore. You weren't just surviving, you were transcending. The contrast between your strength and their fragility was glaring, leaving them humbled and exposed. Their task, once approached with certainty, became a profound realization that they weren't equipped to dismantle what they didn't understand. By the end, they weren't investigators at all, but spectators of something vast and indestructible. Your existence challenged everything they thought they knew. Their envy turned into a yearning to understand the very essence that they once sought to undermine. Every trial you faced, every obstacle you overcame, stood as a monument to a power they could neither quantify nor replicate. While they fumbled for control in a world of chaos, you moved with purpose, unbound and resolute. In the end, their assignment wasn't a failure, it was their awakening. They left not with the evidence they sought, but with a newfound respect for the strength they couldn't touch and the purpose they couldn't shake. What began as their mission became their transformation, as they were forced to reckon with a truth that left them forever changed. You dismantled more than their expectations. You disrupted their entire sense of self. What they sought to expose in you became a mirror, forcing them to confront the depths of their own insecurities and fears. Those orchestrating the attempt to bring you down waited eagerly, assuming the outcome was inevitable. Yet as the details emerged, the focus shifted. The narrative wasn't yours to own. It was theirs. Each piece of evidence illuminated not your faults, but the web of deceit they had spun. The investigator didn't just uncover facts, they unearthed the consequences of ill intent. Their meticulous plans to tarnish your name collapsed under the weight of their truth being revealed, leaving them in full view of the very malice they had hoped to project onto you. Those who aimed to see you fall found themselves teetering on the brink of their own undoing. Like a tree rooted by the river, unshaken by storms, you stood as proof that what is grounded in purpose cannot be moved by human schemes. They came with axes, ready to chop you down, but their strikes revealed only the strength of your foundation. What they underestimated was not just your resilience, but the divine source that fed your growth, unseen and unstoppable. They believed their plans would drown you, but instead, their efforts watered the seeds of your victory. Every attempt to diminish you became the nourishment that allowed you to rise even taller, even stronger, casting a shadow over their own fragile structures. This was far more than an unexpected twist. It was an outright dismantling of everything they thought they controlled. The fortress they built to entrap you turned into their own prison, crumbling brick by brick under the weight of its lies. They assumed they could rewrite your story, but every chapter they attempted to forge only illuminated the truth they sought to obscure. By the time their plans fell apart, It wasn't just their scheme that unraveled, it was the false confidence that led them to believe they could stand against someone shielded by divine purpose. Their efforts to frame you weren't just futile, they became monuments to your integrity and their desperation. What they had envisioned as the blueprint for your fall became a mirror reflecting their flaws. The very foundation they built to discredit you collapsed, leaving you standing untarnished, a testament not just to survival, but to the kind of strength that defies understanding. You didn't just endure their attacks, you transformed them into opportunities for your character to shine brighter. Their whispered lies, meant to erode your credibility, became the soil where your reputation flourished. Justice wasn't merely served, it was undeniable, tipping the scales with such force that their pretenses could no longer hold. They believed they were crafting your ruin, but their plans backfired in spectacular fashion. Every accusation, every manipulation, every effort to control the narrative only revealed their inadequacies. What was left was not the destruction of your name, but the undeniable evidence of your resilience. While they faltered, you stood firm, untouched by their schemes, a living, breathing declaration that no weapon formed against you could succeed. The stage they designed for your humiliation became the stage for their exposure. Their own words betrayed them. Their own actions dismantled their facade, and in the end, they couldn't hide from the light of truth that shone so brightly from your unwavering presence. You didn't just survive their attempts to bring you down, you thrived in spite of them. Their desperate plots became the backdrop for your triumph, a testament to the strength they had grossly underestimated. This wasn't luck, it was alignment. Just as light dispels darkness, your integrity and purpose burned away their lies, leaving nothing but clarity. The walls they tried to build around you only framed the picture of your strength. What they didn't understand, what they couldn't understand, was that their plans were doomed from the start because you are not moved by the approval or disapproval of others. Your foundation is rooted in something greater, something unshakable, something eternal. You are not defined by their attempts to harm you, but by the way you transform those attempts into stepping stones. Their failure was never about you. It was about the futility of standing against someone chosen, protected, and guided. They walked away, not just defeated, but diminished, carrying the weight of their own exposure. And there you stood, not as a victim of their schemes, but as the evidence of a power they could neither challenge nor comprehend. This wasn't just a lesson for them. It was a declaration for you. Your resilience, your ability to rise above their efforts, is proof of the force that surrounds you and works within you. You don't need to seek revenge, explain your strength, or justify your purpose. Their actions spoke louder than any words you could offer. They created the stage, but you owned the performance simply by standing firm and letting the truth reveal itself. Let this be your reminder. No plan formed against you will prosper because you were never meant to be ordinary. Your life is a testament to grace under fire, strength in the face of opposition, and purpose that cannot be derailed. The harder they tried to tear you down, the more evident it became that you are not here by chance. You are here by design, and nothing they do can alter that. Stand tall, rooted like that tree by the river, unshaken and unstoppable, because your purpose is undeniable, and your presence is a force they will never forget. Greatness often remains unnoticed until the precise moment it must emerge, hidden by design until the world is ready to witness it. Your story reflects this timeless truth. History remembers those whose potential was doubted or hidden. only to emerge as something extraordinary when the time was right. What they failed to see was that their efforts to undermine you were not just doomed to fail, but destined to illuminate the depth of your purpose. They approached you with the tools of judgment, yet left bearing witness to something they could neither understand nor diminish. Your strength wasn't diminished by their investigation, it was amplified. What they dismissed as ordinary became extraordinary in the light of truth. Their task, born from arrogance, unraveled as they faced the reality of your undeniable purpose. Your path was never about proving them wrong. It was about staying true to the essence that could not be silenced. The concealment of your strength wasn't weakness, it was intentional, a strategy of timing and precision. As the truth of your story unfolded, it shattered every assumption they carried. They didn't just fail to expose you, they became a testament to the profound impact of your existence. You are not defined by their perceptions or attempts to discredit you. Your very presence commands acknowledgement. Those who seek to diminish you find themselves caught in the gravity of your truth. Even those who arrive as skeptics, prepared to deconstruct your narrative, leave transformed by the force of your authenticity. They may not articulate it, but they know you are unshakable. Your life is a testament to something greater, a purpose that refuses to be diminished by fear or envy. Let the doubts of others echo where they may. Your strength doesn't require their recognition to exist. Embrace who you are unapologetically, for you are a force of change, a reminder that truth and purpose cannot be silenced. You don't need to defend your worth. Your life speaks it louder than words ever could. Walk boldly in your power and let the world adjust to your light. You carry an essence that transforms everything it touches. When they walked away, their steps were heavy with the weight of truths they were unprepared to encounter. What began as a mission to dissect your life unraveled into an exploration of something they couldn't categorize or contain. Their resolve crumbled, replaced by an awe they couldn't articulate. What they thought would expose vulnerability only revealed their own limits. In the end, they didn't leave with answers about you. They left questioning everything they thought they knew. What they witnessed wasn't just strength, it was a presence beyond their comprehension, a force that operates outside the confines of what they believed possible. Now is the time to share God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube. You can contribute to His plan and be a part of this divine mission with a donation of $100 or more. Every gift reflects God's generosity, and I believe it will return to you exponentially far beyond your expectations. Remember, His protection and blessing is on your every step and every donation. You become part of His divine plan. You are a strong, radiant being, unshakable as His mighty rock. Witness God's miracles, feel the fruits of your generosity in your soul, and illuminate the world with confidence and courage. Be blessed, and let the light of the Lord guide your path. The boundaries others try to impose on you hold no power because your existence defies limitation. Your energy doesn't conform to expectations, it reshapes them. You don't disrupt by intention, you do so simply by being. You are not here to blend into their narratives or soothe their insecurities. Your impact isn't something you have to defend or justify. It's written in the way people shift when they encounter your authenticity. Without explanation or effort, you leave an indelible mark that ripples far beyond the moment. Their struggle to frame you, to pin you down, only highlighted the inevitability of your brilliance. Now is the time to stand firm in that truth. Your story isn't just about overcoming, it's about illuminating the path for others. What you have endured, the strength you have cultivated, and the purpose that drives you are not just for your benefit. They are a call to those who feel lost in the noise, an invitation to rise and claim their own power. Speak your truth boldly, not to prove your worth, but to inspire others to find theirs. Your voice is not just a testament to your journey, it's a spark that will ignite countless others. Stand tall, not because you seek recognition, but because your very existence demands it. The world needs the light only you can provide. Let it shine unapologetically.